This is development log number 1 of Monolith with Holapeno and Oki. How's it
Hello?
going? This is the
I'm
map
alright.
right now. Oh no, I was talking to them.
Oh,
Look at
sorry.
this. Can you turn this off?
Yeah, I can do it.
I can't do that. I don't know commands. I just build and hit people. So this is
Fair
Monolith
enough.
version basically 2. We did have a first map, but we scrapped that because of the play feel and how big it was and basically everything. So this is the second version I came up with the design. Jalapeno has the aspects of redstone, so he'll be explaining that. Um,
Yep.
but yeah, we're much more happy with this version. The other version I do have screenshots. I might put the links to the screenshots in my in the description, and I'll probably give him the
Yep.
Jalapeno, and he can
Nice
put it
one.
in his. You can
Yep.
see how much of a difference there is. Like, this is 10 times the size. Like, the first section of the old map is basically this. Hey, hello. Was the first, like,
Sorry.
is this side here. And floating islands went in. Um, and a lot of things have changed. The biggest problem we had was the keep and the length of the map. So players,
And the spawn.
yes, and the spawn. So the spawn has changed. We did have it originally on the old map within the keep area, and that was not good at all. It was just a mess when people were trying to cap or trying to get out of the keep while people were capping. So the spawn is now in front of the keep and kind of nowhere near it. The keep is a lot more smaller, and I don't know if I really like the design right now. I might change it after a few tests if people start complaining about it, because you can reach the switch through the windows.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is right now, and for the first test, that is what it will be like. We did the other map did have really big mountains. We decided to add like mountains on the side or in the front because mountains are cool and stuff. So this is where the spawn is. Players will be given they will spawn with an arrow because they have affinity bows, and I didn't want to supply a poop ton of arrows on the map, and I thought this was kind of more fair. So if they lose the bows and they have the shorties on bows, then sucked in. There's apples because I added a stack of gold in the floating ore island. There's also 2 stacks of iron, and that should be enough for a few 4 sets of armor and some weapons. I added floating islands because I wanted to be a bit more of a challenge, and also, if you notice, this is not a regular 2-lane attack and defense. This is a zigzag styled map. So let's say somebody's on that ore island and the other team is capping this middle island, they could easily shoot onto that mountain or on that island and kill them. And that's also the sets of gear. I added the hardest set in the middle island and also up above, so maybe it urges people to run straight off the beginning of the match to get the good gear and to get the first cap. Jalapeno, do you want to explain the redstone and why we have a middle cap?
So, the basically the redstone. It's the same as a normal capture the keep. You go over there and you capture the keep, except for in the middle there will be a mini keep, and it will be a smaller capture time than the actual keep. But you will have to be in control basically of the middle island in order to be able to capture the middle keep. At the moment, we can't really show you because it's still in the development stage. But basically, when you have to be standing on these pads to be able to capture it, and then when you hop off, you can see it sets the score to 0, which basically is you stopping the capture. So the capture will take about a minute, and once the other team, if the other team starts to capture the middle pad whilst you're there, you will not be able to capture the keep until you regain, or until you get the other team off this pad. But
Re-team cap.
yeah. So when you capture it, you keep your progress if you're shot off and stuff. But if you capture it and then the other team captures it, you lose all your progress and you will have to go and recapture it basically. Yeah.
So that was one of the first basically ideas we had on the map. We wanted more than one objective. I do want probably at least 3 objectives on here, but I did want to add a boss, but that kind of seemed out of place on the map. But I did get a suggestion from Mr. Scary Muffins, who's a part of Ground Fox, to seeing that this middle islander has 2 objectives for gear and the capture point. He did make a suggestion for a random mini boss type of thing to spawn on this middle island, have a set of gear or some type of buff that will give the players. That wouldn't be added in the first test because we want to test what it would be like now and probably have one test with that, but it would spawn at least at 5 minutes apart, and the team can choose to kill it, or whoever does get it gets a buff or its set of gear. Maybe a baby zombie because it hasn't been implemented, and that's another thing. We added the new horses and donkey. On the old map we did have that and we did use it a few times. So it'll be another. I did name them. So the suicidal stallion. So that's basically a rushing horse. That has it has 14 hearts, so it's pretty quick. And the one ass of justice. So it has a bit of TNT in it. And did you see that sheep off?
No.
You did. Mean man. Mean man.
There's so many sheep on this map. Why are there so many sheep?
I know. There will not be this many mobs on the map while the game's playing. We do have something for that. I did add a little quirks to the map. There is a good supply of food. I know food's very important while playing a 2-lane attack and defense. We did have some on the top of the mountain as well, where the first set of gear is, the hillside. This is probably the worst set of gear, besides the Huang gear, which is with the... wait a second, my sounds are off. That was cool. This is the hill chest. This kind of gives it objective to go up on top of the hill straight at the beginning of the map and get a set of gear. And the hill is also there for the other team to kind of rush around. As you see, it kind of curves around the other side and goes towards a keep. I'm going to think about dividing this into individual islands, but so far that's what it's like. The second set... Yeah, you go.
One other thing with the island jumping to the keep, there's a reason why we did add vines. So when you jump from the hill to the keep, you won't actually be able to get onto the stairs, but you'll be able to hit the mines, not the mines, the vines, and break your way basically up there, which adds a quick and sneaky way. Or you can also use the hill as a quick way to escape, using vines and stuff.
You can also tunnel through this mountain pretty easily because it's all stone basically through there, except for the bottom, it's got bedrock. The second set of gear is inside the mountain. It's the Huang gear. It's basically a personal joke between some friends. It's just got the ender chest and also some low-end gear and some vines. So that's going to be... There's also vines at the beginning over in those chests, so you can kind of climb up there and make your way into that pretty easily. There's a little set of gear over here at the miners. The miner's gear. It's just a bow, a leather tunic and a hat and a small pickaxe and whatever. I'm thinking about adding one log in there too for a crafting table because I didn't add one here. That would probably be really helpful for the miner. But yeah, these jumping puzzles will be good for people who are shooting, and it will give kind of a pressure to the miner more than people trying to steal, them having to worry about them stealing their stuff. So they also have to worry about people shooting at them. So that's another reason the diamonds. There's 10 diamonds, but it's 10 times harder to get to than basically any other map, I reckon. It's kind of tricky to get them. So far this is what the map is like. There's probably going to be at least 2 or 3 of these videos of devs because of the ideas, but this is probably what the layout will stay as, unless I get suggestions for other things. But yeah, so this is Monoltih Dev Log 1. Did you want to add any other things?
No, I'm just since we went through here, I just realized we've missed out a couple of things. So yeah.
Oh, what did we miss?
I forgot when I was doing the water.
I forgot about that. We also need to add these two islands on this side, these little jumpy islands.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, but you did fix the bridges though. It was cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is Devlog 1. I'll be going up both on mine and Holapeno channel. Subscribe and follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.